Righty ho. So the idea behind this project was basically I had an old acoustic guitar that had been broken um, in some mysterious ways. Basically, the head got snapped off, and it's just been sitting around for ages. I let my brother carve something into the back of it one time, and as you'll see, that comes into play a little bit later. But I had no real idea what to do with it until eventually I replaced a speaker system set I had. It was an old computer speaker set. Um, and was going to throw them out, but again, I don't like throwing things out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put these into something else, make it like a little mini stereo out of it, and then eventually, two and two together, decided I'm going to put them into the guitar itself. So this is basically how it all played out. Beautiful. I am a night owl, so quite often 10 o'clock is when my inspiration to do something hits. In this case, I ripped off the old bridge and bogged up the holes. Look away if you're a little bit squeamish. This next shot's got a little bit of blood in it. Somehow managed to open myself up on this blunt piece of steel. I am just the absolute uncoordinated mess of a person, so that happens to me quite often. However, it is nothing that duct tape cannot fix. This is me going through the electronics and these pulled apart speakers, trying to figure out exactly how it's all going to fit inside the body of the guitar. As you can see, there's an amplifier there for the subwoofer. It's only a small one, but it goes pretty hard for what it is. And also trying to figure out how I'm going to plug it all in. So in the end, I went with this here, a Bluetooth receiver, basically to save space, and I just wanted to have a Bluetooth speaker, and it would be my first time using one of those modules. Once I'd figured out where I wanted the speakers, I cut some holes in them, ready to go, and then got back to figuring out how I'm going to fit everything inside. So I had to modify the electronics, cut some wires, shorten them, extend some others, and as you'll see from these next clips, do some pretty sketchy shit. And it seems to be fine, but I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to, I was going to say electronics, but pretty much everything. I just kind of give things a go and hope for the best. I think everything was probably pretty good in here, but if you do know better ways to do things, or you know for a fact this is going to kill someone or something like that, let me know in the comments, because that would be nice. But yeah, I think if anything, this is a good art piece, but yeah, I probably wouldn't rely on these electronics lasting forever. But yeah, let us know what you think. Right, so I'm going to hook all this back up and do a bit of a dry run. Try and get this Bluetooth receiver to work. I've never used one before. So, looks pretty straightforward, soon find out. If that doesn't work, then fucking it's going to make my job a lot easier. Looks like it all works at least. Haven't got the Bluetooth yet, but one thing I had to check is this. Check it out. This is the bass fucking... Look at that. Oh, bit distorted up high, but yeah, boy. Check this shit out. Oh yeah. No plugs. Just this little boy. Hell yeah. Now I'm just gotta get it into the guitar. Yeah. There's actually another hurdle I need to address, and that is this here is just a normal cell phone charger, but it powers the Bluetooth. But I want to unplug, so that does the speakers, and this is the Bluetooth. So that's 5 volt, 240 volt. So I need to drop this down to 5 volts, which I think should work if I just pull that apart, take that out, and hardwire onto these prongy bits into there, jump that on there. This 5 volt converter still work. One plug, 240 volt. 240 volt to the speakers, 5 volt to the plug, but I don't know for sure if it'll work. So I guess that's an experiment. Alright, so I have wired this up, soldered them in, hardwired, piggybacked Nice. Turn her on. And nice. Power.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, Bluetooth mode. That's good.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Anywho, after all that tomfoolery, I chucked some red paint in the gaps where the frets used to be. Just similar to how you'd do a bog job. It actually turned out quite well. I wasn't too sure how the paint would work, but just like that. And I even managed to use my egg beater drill for about the 100th millionth time since I found it in the bin, God, like 10 years ago. God, I'm a dumpster diver. I love dumpster diving, so that was a hell of a find for me, and I use it all the time. So stoked on that one. And yes, definitely wasn't a painter in the previous life. I'm not so great at painting, but this was a good practice piece for me. Airbrushing, definitely not my forte. This is the first time I ever did an airbrush. Had to buy a new one in the end. With a lot of trial and error, managed to get a fairly decent looking piece. I thought for a first go, pretty good. For a little lightning bolt, it's not too bad. Learned a shit ton, and this was all this was about, was just learning. And good God, did I really annoy the hell out of one of my very good friends, Andrea, who I really hate asking people for advice when it's I just hate being that guy. I always like to give more than I take, and I felt like I took a lot from her, so thank you very much, Andrea. I know that would have been annoying as hell for you, but you helped a lot. Yeah, so this was actually a bit of a practice piece for another guitar I'm working on, so look forward to that in the future. Hopefully the video will be a little more, a little less chaotic, I guess. My God, was this the most painful thing to put together. I would not recommend it. I was originally going to cut the back off the guitar. I wish I'd gone through it. I was like, oh, it's going to be too much work. But good God, it probably would have saved me hours trying to put these speakers. I could barely fit my hand into any of the holes. And the more things I put in, the harder it got. I did pretty well considering, but it was a nightmare. Yes, but I did come up with one cool trick that's kind of saved me some time. So I've been having a bit of issues getting inside to put the nuts on the other side of these bolts. So, just glue it onto my finger, and then I can get it in there and hold it still while I screw it in on this end. Perfect. So, finally done. Got the bass switch there, volume bar and all that. There's even a little bit of a picture on the back. I'll get a photo of that eventually. But yeah, it's all wired up, all works. Bluetooth powered. Fucking finally done, and I am over it. Thank fuck it's done. Anyway, here's some glamour shots to finish the video off. I learned quite a bit doing this little project, and if I were to do it again, which I can guarantee you I'm probably never going to do this again, there's a lot of little bits and pieces I would have done differently, a lot. But one of the main ones is I probably would have made it battery powered instead of wall powered from the mains, but that would have been a huge undertaking for trying to do that without pulling the guitar apart to actually get into the inside. Apart from that, pretty basic project. And we'll finish off with the last slide, is the little picture my brother scratched into the back of the guitar. After it got broken, I was like, yeah, just carve something into it. Don't remember the exact conversation, but he just randomly did it one day. Of God, like a nail or something that was laying around, nonchalantly. There was no real rhyme or reason to it, and this is like his version of the events of which broke the neck of the guitar. I might make a video one day about what actually happened, but I think this giant fight between a demon guy and some other guitar god guy is a better story than the original, so yeah, kept it there. And yes, all I did was just did this sort of similar bog filling with the paint with a credit card, and just slid it over and scraped it into all the little gaps, and yeah, just with a bit of red to make it really pop, and I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. I I love his art. I think he does really amazing things. I wish he'd do it more. Anyway, that's the end of the video, I guess. Sorry, it's a bit janky. I wasn't really planning on making the video. Just had a bunch of little video clips and photos, and thought, fuck it, just chuck them together. Who cares? Done. Video over. Thank you for watching. Bye.